Later this week, we're going to be picking up a very special goat. But first, we have a few important things to take care of, including an unfortunate vet trip and selling some baby goats. We started the day off by taking our new kitten Anna to the vet clinic to get her second round of shots. If you don't know who Anna is, you can watch this video, but she is a kitten who appeared in our yard back in August. And fun fact, she hates phones, so here she was texting on my aunt's phone, and it was hilarious. This is my 6-year-old Black Angus cow named September. September unfortunately developed a very bad limping problem and an overheating problem, so today we decided to take her to the vet to fix her limping problem. The first thing we had to do was separate September from her 4-month-old calf named May, and of course this is our cattle herd being very nosy to see what's going on. After we separated May from her mom, we ended up having to move September, and she kind of went in the trailer pretty well, but as you can tell, she was in a lot of pain. After we finally got September loaded, it was time to take her to the vet. Unfortunately, when unloading her, she ended up cutting her foot open somewhere, so it wasn't bad, but it was just some blood that was on the floor. And unfortunately, this took a big turn. September ended up getting some shots and some medicine, and I don't think the shots or the medicine combined it well together. Whenever the vet said to do the extra medicine, the vet texting kind of shocked. And unfortunately, when we got home, September was laying down in the trailer, which was not a good sign. September ended up not being able to walk at all, and she ended up dragging herself in her pen and hitting herself on the floor until she passed away. After the loss of September, we ended up having to make room for her calf May in the barn, so we swapped all the goats around. So here I am moving all the girls into what was the buck pen, and I moved the bucks into half of the doe's pen since May was staying in the other half. And our Weather Conway absolutely loved being with the ladies.
We weaned the babies about a week ago and they're doing great. Winnie actually leaves tomorrow. This is Jasmine. And this is Winnie. She leaves tomorrow. Lainey's back there. And then Moose is over there. Moose and Aladdin will be leaving next weekend. We just had a storm, that's why everything's so wet. But yeah, so everyone's doing really good and I'll give you updates in a few days. Probably tomorrow once Winnie leaves, I guess. I'm not sure.
Aladdin and Moose actually also ended up leaving the next day, and they went to an amazing home, and they're actually the owners of Seth. Then, just a few minutes after Moose and Aladdin left, Winnie's owners came and picked her up. It was almost 11 p.m. when we went to pick up our new doe from a friend at a 7-Eleven. She drove 4 hours to pick it up for us, and she was getting a miniature horse in the same area. And here I am with our new doe in the car, but you can't even see her. You also can't really see me either. She's a black goat, so you could barely see her in the car, but she was very friendly. Then we finally got home and we unloaded our new doe from the car and put her in a separate stall by herself, and I'll introduce her to you tomorrow.
So I guess it's time for you to officially meet our new addition to the farm. This is B&T Farm IJ Little Bo Boots, and she is from Winning Streak and Marytail Farm Genetics, and I'm very excited for her, and her nickname is going to be Bo Peep. She's a ADGA registered Nigerian dwarf doe. She is a solid black. She has a little white on her tail, and she has reverse frosted ears, and then she has a white poll. She has a few other white spots on her neck and on her nose. She has blue eyes, and I'm very excited to use her in my breeding program. She is my first official registered Nigerian dwarf doe. We did place down a deposit for Malele, but that doesn't count because she's not physically here yet. So I'm very excited for this girl, and she was a bottle baby, so she's very friendly, and she's doing okay with my other younger ones, so I'm very glad to have her on the farm. What are you doing? Nice. Oh, perfect baby.
Yeah, I can tell you more. Sounds like wine.
About every month or two, my Aunt Donna comes to the farm to help my grandmother do her toes or her nails, or even sometimes giving the animals haircuts. So today, she gave Trinity a tail haircut since her tail was kind of matted, and she saw all the new goats, and Crescent was obsessed with her, which is very, very funny. Then it was time to unfortunately take Comet and Toucan, some of our 2025 calves, to the auction. You do see a third calf here, that is May. She unfortunately lost her mom earlier in this video, so May's not leaving yet since she's too young. But Comet and Toucan went to the auction, and we got the most money we've ever gotten from a calf from Comet, and Toucan did pretty well too. But I think Comet did amazing because he was so calm, he's so friendly, he just doesn't care, and that's an amazing calf that you want. So
It has been a few weeks now owning Bo Peep, and she is doing fantastic, and I absolutely love her. She's so friendly and so goofy. We have put her with our other junior doelings, our two 2024 junior doelings, Minerva and Wilma, and then we put her with our junior doeling from our March breeding season, Luna, and she's pretty good friends with Luna. Wilma does not like her, but that's going to be okay because Wilma and Bo Peep are going to have some bonding time whenever they're bred to our buck over there, Paperboy. So that's kind of exciting that that's going to happen next week, that Bo Peep will be bred to Paperboy, hopefully. She's going to be in there in a month, and it just depends on when she's going into heat. And Miss Bo Peep, her sire is Indiana Jones. I believe it's Mary Tales Indiana Jones, something like that. And then her dam is Winning Streak EL Baby Boots. So I'm very excited about her. She's actually my very first registered Nigerian dwarf goat. which I've probably already mentioned, and I absolutely love Bo Peep, so I'm going to be ending this video here, and thank you guys so much for watching, and me and Bo Peep will see you in the next one. Oh, paper! You're supposed to be better than this! Help!